Yeah, so we're doing actually quite a bit here, not just with what you could say is new technologies for Sybrant, but this project that I'm with Edlore, we're pushing the boundaries in technology globally. So in terms of sensor fusion, computer vision, taking a true augmented reality approach to various technological functionalities such as operations and maintenance, SCADA system. We're essentially trying to defragment a number of data sources, if you will, in terms of industrial construction, military or defense, if you will. And this involves not just new hardware, but new software and new processes as well. For example, this term of NUI, natural user interface, right? We're heading into areas of using the smart glasses or digital eyewear, and in this regard, you don't always have a screen to swipe. Yeah, so there's a lot of voice input and more natural gesture control in that regard, as well as the various eyewear themselves, the hardware. There's a number of back-end frameworks and languages and new protocols data-wise being used. So, it's a bit of a learning curve for all of us, but I feel honestly that Sybrant's probably learning quicker than us even. So, we're pretty confident in that regard. So, Sybrant we've used extremely successfully for UI design, concept, user experience. They went through the wireframes and the UI prototypes, if you will, to ensure that the flow from the user experience standpoint through the product would work nicely. From here, Sybrant has not only done graphics, but they've also taken care of back-end development, and we've got a team of folks in the U.S. that handle 3D rendering engine, image mapping, some of the computer vision aspects, and we found also that it was pretty smooth as far as having folks in numerous time zones all collaborating and working well with the team here at Sybrant. So as far as communication, articulation, has been a really easy and enjoyable process, believe it or not. Yeah, so in concert, we've been developing web and mobile applications with you, as well as writing various APIs or back-end web services, for the other data houses that our clients are already using. So we integrate with these, while simultaneously, we'll occasionally, or quite often actually, have requests for very specific demos, that sort of leverage what we've built already. And these can be live, live links and cloud-based data, or oftentimes even hard-coded values. And I find that when I have special requests or ask for additional workloads, that the project doesn't suffer. The deadlines aren't sacrificed at all. The project continues on, whereas my various and specific client demos are also delivered quite rapidly, actually. So as far as delivery timeline and quality of product, I've been truly impressed. Yeah, excellent. So of course, being here physically, it gives me a chance to sit with the team and step out and kind of be the fly on the wall and watch what they're up to. And I've been really impressed with the work ethic, their own internal ability to communicate with one another and ensure that what A is doing, B is complementing, and vice versa. Challenging times, I guess in the beginning of any project, sometimes just getting the whole vision that you have in your mind as a line of business owner articulated, but I can honestly say it was a brief challenge. I think it was just a matter of the team and I kind of, over the first, say, 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks to a month, getting a feel for one another's vocabulary. And granted, we're all speaking English here, but sometimes we use different slang, or go about saying things in different ways. But it was very quickly that I learned what they're trying to get across, and vice versa. I think that there's never honestly been any issue for me in that regard. The team here has always had a pretty good ability to put themselves in the user's shoes and say, hey, if I was the user, what would I be expecting as far as a flow and an output? And even many times where Radica has come to me and said, hey Nicholas, you've asked for this particular flow or this particular feature, but when I think about it myself, I think this is the better way, or I have a few suggestions, and 9 times out of 10 I end up going with her suggestion. I've been bringing various projects and aspects of projects to Sybrant now for 4 years, and I'd like to say with each year, but more honestly, it's each month or even each week my confidence grows to the point now where I would have zero question giving any type of project or aspect of the project to Sybrant. Even in terms of where we've brought potentially new types of technology or things that perhaps Sybrant hadn't previously worked with. The team is great about taking a couple weeks or a month to research and digest the new technology, and from there it's hit the ground running. I find that the team has truly an amazing ability to again digest and comprehend previously unknown or inexperienced type of technologies, and again they do their research, and from then forward they're quite competent to where I don't necessarily need to work with anyone domestic.